morning and welcome back to our Pacific Morning Show. How are you? We hope you are doing so well. How are you this morning, Isora?
Yes, I'm alive. Praise the good Lord. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm going to introduce our guest. I'm very excited right now.
A very special guest.
With over 100,000 YouTube subscribers, almost 400,000 TikTok followers. He makes us laugh. He makes us cry. And every emotion in between. Now he's documenting his own health journey online to become the best version of himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Uce Gangs!
Let's go. What's up?
How are you, bro? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Woke up, I'm blessed, and here I am on my first ever podcast.
First ever podcast.
Honored.
I know, right?
Really honored to have you on our podcast, honestly. I love your content.
Oh, appreciate you guys. Yeah, appreciate you guys
Literally.
for having me. Yeah.
So good. I go home and you're like one of the first pages I come across on my For You
Oh.
page on my TikTok. Thank you for coming on.
Cheers, yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Uce Gang's real name is Simeon.
Yeah.
So
Do you like being called Simeon, or do you like Simeon's for my family and my friends?
yeah, I just Uce Gang was actually supposed to be a group. The name Uce Gang, and
Who's
my
meant to be?
first name,
Who's meant to be in a group?
Oh, I was this guy that left for Oz, and our channel was supposed to be like prank channel, and that's why we called it Uce Gang. Yo, and it didn't take off, and it was just me by myself in the group. So I just went along with Uce Gang.
One man gang now,
Yeah,
eh?
here we are today. Yo.
Hey, man.
and you're doing so well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, you guys, yeah.
I don't think this is our first time meeting, though.
Yeah, I think I saw you in Mangry, is it?
Yeah.
I drove by you.
Yeah, you drove by.
Yeah, and I was like, hey!
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
he drove by, and you were like, I think I heard, hey, you're that guy from TikTok. And I saw you, and I was like, you're the guy from TikTok.
Yo, we were driving, and I saw you, I think it was Southern Cross.
Yeah, Southern
And
Cross.
I was shocked when I saw you, and I was like fanning out when I saw you.
Nah,
Yeah.
you. This is the Spider-Man, like,
Yeah.
what is that, 28?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Whose photo is that? Is it your phone?
I felt left out of
What are
the
you
Spider-Man
talking
thing.
about? No, we all did it, though.
I was like,
We all
I'm just
did
gonna
it.
do it to feel like we did it.
No, we
I was like,
what are you talking about? We did it. So wait. So what is it? Let's jump straight into our talk of the day.
let's do it.
And since we've got an amazing influencer, do you like being called an influencer, or is that like a dirty word to you? Like to me,
Yeah.
if someone calls me an influencer, I'm like, "Rah."
Yeah.
I prefer video content creator or something like that. Like, just make content and or my Uce Gang, yeah, either way, yeah. What about you? Do you guys like being called influencers or
Nah.
no?
But I've had someone pull me up on it and be like, bro, but you're influencing people's behavior, and I'm like,
Yeah,
but don't
like,
box me in with all these other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people see, someone with a big following like yourself,
yeah,
and they'll be like, yo, he got all these likes, he's getting all these views.
100.
yeah.
Like, how does it build up? Like, how do you feel when you get like all of these likes and views or clout?
Yeah,
as
clout.
some would say?
It's definitely like a dopamine rush, and when I was first starting, and I would see like all these likes, like it made me feel like, oh, I'm the man. Like I can,
Yeah.
like I'm famous now. But like now knowing what I know, it's like it's not worth it. At the end, like the lot for likes, doing stuff for likes. You get nowhere. I'd prefer if only I knew this when I was younger, like chasing like business side of things, like trying to provide for the fams instead of trying to chase like clout and fame and stuff. And now I've just I've put it in a new perspective. Like, nah, I gotta provide for my fams and
Yeah.
like thinking business side of it, not just for likes and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I used to do dumb stuff when I was like
Yeah.
coming up for likes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about you guys? Did you ever?
Oh, well, just for me personally, I like to think of likes and clout like that. Every time I think of a like, it's like a tiny orgasm.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I gotta
Yeah.
like, I gotta this, and it gets addictive, right?
Oh,
Clout is one hell of a drug,
Hell yeah.
straight up.
right? And I can see why a lot of influencers, content creators, and stuff like that go chasing after trends, go chasing after, anything that kind of gets them attention or anything like that. It's because it kind of keeps you in the conversation. And I've gone dry. I'm not posting anything anymore. And I'm trying to find my dopamine hits from somewhere else, from the work that I do, from exercising when I do it, And I feel like you're kind of on the same route, right, bro? Yeah.
Like I even noticed there was this one time, shout out Moshe Elijah, he took my phone.
Yeah.
And bro, I don't know why, but I felt like kind of like mini depressed. Like I needed that rush. And like when the afternoon came and he brought it back, I was like, bro, it's just like my only sense of happiness like this. Going on TikTok and Instagram, and if I need a change, like the stuff like that, like trying to get that rush or like seeing the likes and that, and that's why I barely am on my phone. I only use it to record on YouTube and when I need to do stuff on my TikTok. But then I give my phone to the Usos and there, when they need it. But stuff like that, it's not good to you. You shouldn't only rely on your phone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like social media has become their reality.
100.
Yeah.
And me and producer Ryan have an ongoing joke about it. We're like, we got our dopamine hits, for the day. We're Blue Wave, so we're on in the content game, and similar journey, bro.
Yeah.
Trying to make the most of monetization, and now using what you've created. I'm not even on the level you guys are. You guys are on like 200K, 300K followers level, and I couldn't imagine what that would be like. That amount of attention, I don't think I'd handle it. I'll probably sit in my room and cry because it's just too much anxiety for me personally. But you guys are right. The dopamine hits are real, and I'm not saying that I survive off it, but it's definitely a drug. And the misconceptions and perceptions, outside perceptions people have about people like you guys, like, oh, they must feel so cool, like so much attention is going on them, but it's a whole different thing, right?
Yeah, it's like not only is it's dopamine, but it's pressure as well. It's like, oh, that means I gotta keep making this, I gotta keep doing this, or I gotta take it further.
Yeah.
And that's where you have dumb stuff that happens that we all kind of see, and I'm not gonna name any names or anything like that. But it's just like, look, the likes, they're real because a lot of times they're coming from real people. But you've got to remember that what you see on screen and online is just a tiny fraction of what actually goes on.
Exactly.
I think I've noticed as well, like I don't get to spend as much time with my fams more than I'm on my phone. Like I think I spend more time on my phone than I do with my own fam. So it's like that's something I need to change as well. Like, because I need to put down the phone and just go out with my dad and my brothers and go do something with them, and it's something I'm struggling with. Like, I'm always on my phone, so and I'm just trying to change. This year, just trying to only use my phone for like monetization and trying to help my family and.
What if? Sorry, so
No.
What if you? I'm gonna ask this both you guys. What if? What have you guys? What mental things have you told yourself? Because when you post a video and the likes come in, you can't help but sit there sharing an experience and scroll and just keep seeing, oh yeah, it's growing really fast. What do you tell yourself to be like, to disconnect from that and be like, it's gonna pump? Or do you guys not, are you guys in the process of learning how to disconnect with it?
Yeah, I'm in the process of trying to disconnect with it. So now on I post and then I just leave it out there. I don't check my phone, I don't check the views if it's doing good, I just leave it out there. I post and just because I don't also want to see like something that could affect me if I look in the comments and or like they might say, oh, this video is bad, so I don't want to see that. And I always just leave it out there and hopefully it does good.
Hopefully the algorithm pushes it out. For myself personally, I'm not posting at all right now, and that's just from my own personal thing that I'm working on. My big thing is say if we go on like a lunch date or like we're catching up with friends and stuff, I do not want my focus to be deviated from that person at all. If you've got my attention, if we're here for quality time, I don't need my phone. I'll put my phone out there and like say every 20 minutes, half an hour, I'll check for time, but I'm not, you will not catch me scrolling. You will not catch me because like I'm here to hang out with you, not sit there and talk with someone who doesn't matter and constantly, doesn't matter in the context of hanging out, So I'm really big on quality time and giving a person that I'm sitting there with like all of my attention.
I like that.
Meow.
I love that. So using your phone only when you need to use your phone?
Only when I need to.
Yeah.
And for Subway Surf, play some games now. Nah.
Yeah, because you've got a supercomputer in your pocket.
Yeah.
That's something our ancestors did not have access to.
Yeah.
And we're learning to live with it. But I gotta say this, because you're recording your vlog on your phone.
Yeah.
And back when I was vlogging, everyone would be like, yo, you saw, what kind of camera do you use? What kind of camera do you use? I'm seeing as photography, like I do it for a job. Photography, videography is good. Like I'm using a camera, right? And I'll be like, what kind of phone do you have? And they'll pull out like the latest iPhone or like the generation before, and I'll be like, use your phone, guys.
You can use your phone. It's pretty simple, It's
Absolutely.
like you don't have to have a camera to do good on YouTube. You can just use the simple things like your phone and still make money for your fams, just like that, just with a phone. And
totally possible. I shot. Okay, we all fail at things, but my first podcast I ever started, it was called the Hannah Schmidt podcast, and it was a political podcast where I got on like different people, shot and edited on my phone.
Wow.
See?
And I mean, it wasn't like freaking viral. It probably got like 1,500 views on. There was good engagement. People were commenting. They were getting to know the left, the right.
Yeah.
But it was all done on my phone. But then, as I did it, you can make use of a phone. It just, you get to also understand how complicated video and editing is, and the amount of team that's needed behind that. If you're wanting to put like real top-notch stuff, but you can start from your phone for sure. Yeah.
Straight up. Easy. Real simple.
Be resourceful, kids. Don't look at like the final finish line and be like, oh man, I wanna get that. Yo, those guys probably started on like, an even worse phone that you have right now, and also like the fast pace that technology is moving at.
Yo.
Man, you got a 4K camera in your pocket, ready to go. Man, when I first starting out, we were still like 1080, 720. A DSLR can shoot video.
Shut up.
Let's move on to our inspirational quote for the day.
Let's do it.
Seeing as it is a Monday, and if you're having your coffee or your cocoa, or you're just coming in from work, Do you have an inspirational quote that you live by that you
Yeah.
kind of let?
Yo. It's a quote by Mike Tyson. That he said on an interview. Do the things you hate like you love it, and it's like on discipline. Like you have to discipline yourself, even though you hate doing what you gotta do.
Yeah,
Gotta do it like you love it. So
yeah,
like, I hate running. It's just something I hate, but I always try to do it like I love it. I hate waking up early in the morning,
yeah,
but I gotta do it like I love it. It's just the simple things, and I reckon that quote is it's gotten me up in the morning. When
yeah,
I hate like waking up. Yeah, I just remember that quote and I get up straight away. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh man, you're saying that you hate running. Sorry, if Benji Timo, if you're watching this, I'm sorry to put all your business out there. But he's another creative as well, and he's really big on his own fitness journey. I think right now he's run like 3 or 4 marathons.
Wow.
Oh.
And I remember we're talking a little while back, and he goes, "Bro, I freaking hate running. I hate running." And I'm like, "What do you mean you hate running and you're running marathons? What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
But that's the discipline kicking in.
Yo.
Yeah,
The discipline is our parents working these crappy jobs.
yeah.
Like I'm sure they hate it, but they got to do what they got to do to provide for us. So
Yeah.
why you got to make me like reevaluate my whole life now?
Dad, I hate running. I don't even try to love it.
Yeah.
But I probably need to take that quote and
Yeah.
apply it in my life. Because I have a hard time mentally loving something. If that makes sense. Like,
Makes sense.
I hate it, but I think I've convinced myself enough that I will still hate it, but I'll do it anyways.
Yeah.
But I have to learn to love like things that I don't like or dislike doing. Like, for example, what I don't like, what's tiring for me for this stuff is writing and thinking of ideas. But this is the stuff I love right now, the 10%, which is our filming and stuff. And I love talking and talkie smack and stuff like that. But the stuff that's the most important is the stuff that no one sees. And we have to do it anyways.
Can we put in can I just insert a reference to the game in 50 Cent? Hate it or love it. The only dog on top and the old Nah, I'm sorry. That was really dry. I'm just gonna outside right now. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back, everyone. We are here. Your Pacific Morning Show is here with Uce Gang.
Let's go.
Look at this handsome man over here. Bro, can you just to kick us off, since it is your first podcast appearance. Why was I saying experience?
Joe
My
Rogan
goodness.
experience.
Joe Rogan experience. My goodness.
That's where we're going.
One day. One day. Can you please like, comment, and subscribe? Yeah. Since it is your first podcast appearance, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself and what made you want to get into creating content?
Yeah. I'm Uce Gang. Real name is Simeon, but me trying to make content. I started when I was like 13, 14.
Yep.
And make like these stupid YouTube videos. And you can actually still find it on YouTube. Still on there when I was a little kid.
For real?
Yeah. And I don't think anyone will find it, but I used to make like videos when I was like 13, 12. And that's when I wanted to create content. I just wanted to be like, the content creators today.
Yeah.
Hello guys, I'm here to talk to you about voices. There's always a high and there's a low, and there's a medium.
I also started on Facebook.
Yep.
Like the Vine days. Yo.
Oh.
I try to be, I try to make like funny videos on Vine and
Yeah.
Nice.
Facebook, and
Vine was hitting before
yeah,
TikTok, eh? Yeah.
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 That's when I had like no views, just my family members,
Yeah.
and from then on I started growing, like started posting more, being more consistent,
Mm.
and 2018,
Mm.
2019, I took my YouTube seriously, and that's when I started posting. I think it was like a Q&A
Mm.
with this influencer named Saili.
Yep.
That's when I took it seriously, and we just went around and asked people dumb questions
Yeah.
for content, and ever since then it's been growing, and then I did comedy skits.
Yep.
That's where I blew up on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube,
Mm.
and now I'm trying to lose weight in 100 weeks.
Mm.
So that's my content for right now. Just
Mm.
trying to lose weight, and yeah, hopefully it goes well.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Because I love the duality that, okay, I'm here, I can be funny, but I'm a multifaceted person. I can make you laugh and I can inspire you. I can make you cry. But yeah, who would you say were your biggest influences? And
Yeah, was there someone you watched in particular that made you like, I want to get into content? Or was it just like a build up of things?
Yeah, it was a lot of influences. There's this funny group called the Safabres. They
yeah.
make me crack up. I could watch them for days, and they made me post like, or like watch their videos, and I'd crack up, and I'd try and post like funny videos as well.
yeah,
Because they inspired me when I was and who else? Just thinking. If I go way back, then I'm thinking the Vine days, like King Batch and them.
Oh, you're going way back.
Yeah.
King Batch was a hit, eh?
Yeah, King
Yeah.
Batch was like, I used to watch like Vine compilations, and
yeah,
I try to make a Vine, and that was when I had like no views,
yeah,
Right.
but I just posted on Facebook and for my friends, and I kept doing Vines, comedy skits,
yeah,
and those are my influences, like Fabres, from going way back, King Batch.
Sometimes I watch the Safabers videos and I'm like, some of those hits look a little bit too real.
Oh my gosh!
I'm like, those slaps look a little bit too real.
Yo.
I actually made a video. If I lived in the Safabres, but this was a video like 2019 or 18.
Yeah.
They actually commented on it.
Buzzy.
Yeah, and that was when I found out, like,
Yeah,
because I was like mad excited because they were the people like that made me want to get into like comedy skits, and now I'm trying something new. So yeah, those are my influences. Yeah.
That's awesome. What about you?
what about me?
Who are your content
sick of me.
people that you look up to?
Well, my just content wise, Casey Neistat is like, I practically modeled my whole vlogging style after him.
Right.
Because he's just, he took vlogging from, holding up the camera. Oh, this is my day, rah, 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 and that was it. He took it from that to building a narrative over the whole thing. Like, he was like, nah, got to get B-roll. Okay, I'm in a new place. Got to make sure I have B-roll so I make sure that my audience knows where I am, And if it is just going to be a documenting of my day, I got to make sure that there's value in there for my audience. And so for a long time when I started out vlogging, I was like, Casey. Now a lot of times people will say the vlog bubble is dead. And I'm toiling away right now at how I can still keep the vlog style going because I love it. but also make sure that it has more value for the people who are watching. So I'm figuring stuff out.
Yeah.
But yeah, Casey's my guy. And if I were to ever make a film, then what is it? Guillermo del Toro? That dude
The
is
best.
that
He
dude.
has written some of my favorite psychological thrillers ever.
Yeah.
The Spanish movies hit hard, man. I love that guy. He's awesome.
He's such an amazing storyteller on screen. Him.
He has a new film on Netflix, Cupboard of Curiosity.
He does?
Yes.
Oh,
It's a series, really good series.
He's not gonna cancel my
Yeah.
Netflix, I guess.
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro, Quentin Tarantino.
He's my favorite.
Yeah, Taika Waititi.
Yo.
He's still like my go-to guy, and Jon Favreau.
Who's he?
So Jon Favreau was the director of the first Iron Man film.
Oh, Buzzy.
Yeah, but he's known as a comedy actor, Ryan. Yeah, so like people were just like when it got announced back in 2008. Not like I remember in 2008, but because I'm still deep into comics, and when they had announced the Iron Man movie, I was like, oh, yo, me. And then they were like, who's directing it? And I remember looking, I was like, oh, that guy looks familiar. Like I've seen him in some films. And then as time went on and I saw him and he popped up on screen, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
You know, Jon Favreau is actually like such an amazing director and they've molded everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my influences there.
Wow.
That's so cool.
And it's all men. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Damn.
sound misogynistic. Man.
Nah, definitely some good writers that you brought up and directors. Disappointed there's no woman in that. I'm just kidding. I'm not one of those people. But
There needs to be women in there.
yeah. Oh yeah, no, because mine are men too. Like literally,
These men, man.
Who-
Who's your top 5?
I don't have a top 5,
Top
but
3.
one group of people I want to collab with is Hollywood Husbands of the Samoa.
Oh wow.
I want to work with those dudes, man. So if you guys see this, email me. I'll put my email in this. I love them,
Crack
bro.
up.
They're literally just sitting in front of a TV, capturing something and just voiceovering it.
Yo.
And it was so funny. It was
They're
relatable
funny,
to
man.
Samoans. It was like a very fob humor.
Yeah.
Like, I'd love to collab with you guys. I don't know in what way. And in the podcasting game, it's Joe Rogan for me.
Oh yeah.
That guy changed my life.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's probably a lot to say, but he really brought a different approach to media.
Yeah.
It's real. Like he just sits down and he understands the other person's perspective, whereas traditional media is like always harassing the other side, like being biased. And Joe Rogan can be biased, I guess, in different things, but I like that he always gives a platform for people to be truthful, honest, and explain themselves, and not in a corny way. He's just like sitting there, and he has this researcher there on the computer. He's like, "Can you bring this up? Like, is this true?" And yeah, I look up to Joe Rogan.
We got Ryan over here.
got Jamie
Ryan.
right there.
Producer Ryan.
Yeah, producer Ryan.
Producer Ryan. Yeah.
Can you pull something up?
Ryan's awesome, by the way.
Yeah, he's amazing. I'm nothing without Ryan. And I just want that on the record. Thank you. But bro, Uce Gang, as a big guy, do you feel any pressure to continue being the funniest guy in the room? Like, and which is in stark contrast to the sketch that you released with Regan recently. Like I remember when I first saw that, and I'm sure Hannah did too. We watched it and like every single emotion in the world came up. We're like, oh, what was that? What did you say?
I was like, I saw it on. I shared it with him straight away.
Yeah.
I was sitting there with my phone, literally waiting to laugh. There was no laugh, and I was like, because we're seeing you guys as comedians. Regan's funny, bro. He's one of my favorite creators as well. Like I love the stuff he makes. And when I didn't laugh, I thought to myself, and I was like, I'm so proud of you guys, for exploring that area. Yeah. But there were so many emotions involved for sure.
Yeah.
I reckon it's like a lot of people that like make people laugh. They're usually the ones that are like sad. You know what I mean? like Robin Williams.
Yes.
That's another inspiration.
Yes.
He'd make people laugh. I'd always laugh at his movies.
Yeah.
And like
Great movies.
we didn't know what he was going through, like secretly, and yeah, I try to just capture that, like with time, and like you don't have much time with your loved ones. That's the short film I was trying to like capture, like
Yeah.
we didn't got much time to like spend it with them, and like
And
shout out to Regan,
yeah.
Regan Terrell for helping me make that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like so simple. And a lot of it was just, I wish we could do that. I wish we could.
Yeah.
I wish, and that's what life is a lot of the times.
Yeah.
It's wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Stop wishful thinking and freaking do it. You know, actually spend time with your loved ones.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, I was like, oh, I gotta start carving out more quality time with my loved ones and not getting so ingrained in work.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What did you get from Hannah?
I really liked that the relationships.
Yeah.
So like, it's you and as Regan, like there, but the fact that you guys were talking and saying, I wish we had like a chef to come and do this, or I wish those wishes, like I wish we had a personal chef, I wish we could fly, turned into at the end, the simplest wish, I wish you were here.
Yeah.
So seeing how those wishes transitioned and appreciating the smallest things such as presence is what I appreciated most. And like, because I like to write like different things. So when I saw that, I saw the amount of quality you guys put through. A lot of people who maybe don't write won't see that aspect in it, but I definitely saw the amount of effort that you guys put into it. And the contrast of wishes is what stood out for me. Yeah.
Oh man. Guys, yeah. We're just trying to cause like that's something we don't like with my own mom who passed. I always like I wish I like I spent more quality time with her. Like I took her for granted when she was alive. Like I'd always ask for stuff, and like I could tell I'd always nag her. Like I'd always just be like a bit annoying. Yeah. Like I was a kid, and I wish I could pay her back. Like but it is what it is. She's gone and can't pay her back anymore. But at least still got my dad, and
100.
do everything I can to pay back my dad.
Sorry to hear, bro.
Nah, it's all good. Yeah.
Hey, and I'm sure she's looking down on you and be like, look at my son.
Yes.
How dare he be successful like this?
At such a young age.
Such a young age, bro. You're killing it, bro.
Oh, sure, man. Yeah.
She knows it.
Yeah.
And speaking of killing it, is that the weirdest segue ever? God.
And mildly inappropriate.
Hey man, because you're killing the game. How did you feel when you got your 100,000 subscriber plaque from the YouTube?
Wait, if I got one, it would be hanging right here next to me.
So it's on my dad's desk. Yeah, I put
so
it
cool.
next to my dad's desk, and it was good. I felt great because I always wanted it as a kid.
Yeah.
Now I finally got one, and I feel blessed that I got it, and gonna keep going till I reach the 1 million.
Get that gold plaque, eh?
Yeah, the gold plaque, and it feels good. Yeah.
Man, I remember seeing the photos on your Instagram, and I was just like, man.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm past the stage of hearing the narrative, and I'm sorry if this like kind of ticks someone the wrong way, but the narrative that a kid from South Auckland look at all of this like cool stuff, and like, cool, I'm proud of you, kid from South Auckland, but nah, you shouldn't look at that as an excuse now to be like, oh no, I can't do anything, bro.
Yeah.
We got people taking over the world from South Auckland. And so like to see you with that, like there's only a handful of people who can lay claim that, oh yeah, I've got a plug from YouTube.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. That's so buzzy.
No,
I just literally clicked in my head because like this is just a personal thing. I like follow these people who create content. They make a bunch of money on YouTube, but they're not the main person creating the content. They create 10 different channels.
Yeah.
They research keywords on what's trending, and there's different ways to do that, and then they just pump it out, and then they get like those plugs as well, and it's like all in the room. They're driving like Lamborghinis and stuff, and they're young.
Yeah.
So all they're doing is just creating stuff, and it's like tutorials how to make a steel thing. So
There's
like
heaps of that, yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? But they live like in Germany. They're like kids from Europe.
Yeah.
So seeing one, I definitely get where you're coming from. It's a pretty big accomplishment, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, man. There's even YouTubers that make money off like rain videos.
Yes.
10-hour rain videos or stuff like that.
How's about that guy, the beat maker? And he just makes study music. I forgot what he's called.
Like Lofi type.
Lo-fi,
Yeah,
Lo-fi or lo-fi.
or
Yeah.
whatever,
I don't know how to
Wi-Fi.
pronounce it. That guy's cracking in the money probably, eh?
Oh, heaps.
Yo.
Oh.
Yeah, see, you just gotta find your niche.
Yeah.
And your niche is very wide because your humor is very relatable.
Oh, appreciate
You know, I watch it and I'm like, oh, how dare this guy make me, want to laugh, and it's very shareable too. And and it's just like, so when I saw that 100K plaque, I was like, finally, everyone like, comment, subscribe right now. Why are we talking like this? I don't even know what they are.
Do you know anyone else with a 100K?
Yeah.
$100,000? No, I'm joking. Can I have some nudge?
Yo,
I think Terrell has
Terrell has one, right?
Terrell has the Kiko Boys one.
Wouldn't Jimmy Jackson would have?
Jimmy Jackson has one.
Have you met him before?
Yeah, met him once.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
he's a cool dude, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the only two I know personally, but no, I don't know much. But I reckon if you got a phone, you can do it. It's real simple. You don't have to get a good ass camera. You don't have to worry about. Just start it. Just grab your phone, whatever phone you have, just use it. You can literally download free editor apps and make content, and who knows, man? You could go million subscribers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just one suggestion though for those guys who would want to do it. Just wipe your camera, please. Make sure it doesn't have any smudges on it. Because man,
make sure there's no.
How many times have I been as a photographer, I go to gigs and I take shots on my camera, and then someone hands me their phone, and I pull it up and it's like blurry. And then all I do is just simply
just wipe,
and then it's clear.
Yeah.
And then they're like, take the photo, and then they look at their phone and they're like,
That's literally me.
You freezed my phone. I'm like, no. All I did was wipe it.
Just wipe. Yeah.
Can I ask you guys something?
All right.
Yeah.
I love the advice that you've given. Just start it on your phone.
Yeah.
I'm thinking back to a time before I started creating my own content. And in my mind, I was like, people are going to think I'm showing off.
Yeah.
People are going to think I'm doing this for clout. People are going to think, what the, you get those constant, imposter syndrome in your head.
Yeah.
Where you think that everyone's thinks that you're a wannabe or you're a show off for trying to create content. But then later on, I understood, hold on, it actually takes selfless people to create something because you're taking yourself and you're putting out there without the thought of thinking everything's about you.
Yeah.
When I first started, I was thinking, everyone's thinking about me, but that's not the reality. It's like, well, maybe you get a few haters here and there, but they're not constantly like, you're going to fail. It's all in your head.
Yeah.
But when you get to the stage where you're just like, it's just content. I've got good intentions. What would your guys' advice be to someone at that beginning stage where they feel like they're being judged by the world by putting something online, and they think, oh, maybe people will think I'm a wannabe or stuff like that? What would you say to someone in that mindset?
I would say don't listen to what anybody tells you. Don't listen to the haters. Just do what you want to do. Because at the end of the day, you're doing it for yourself. You know, you're doing it because you love it. You're not doing it for them. You know, when I was coming up and starting, I'd always think, oh, what would they think if I did this? And I just gotta stop thinking, because you know, like, just post what you want to do, and stop being scared. You know, like those people are not gonna be there for you. Like, they're not gonna be there when you gotta sleep. You know, so why would you care? You know, for them, just do what you want to do what you love, and don't worry about these other people. I don't care if I look stupid posting those skits when I was young, because look where I'm at now. You know what I mean? So I might have looked cringe back then, but it's not cringe now. So yeah.
What you look at me for?
Because I want your input too. I said I'm asking you both a question, okay?
Uce Gangs episode, not me.
I know, it is Uce Gangs episode, but hey, this is podcast.
What was the question again? It was,
how do you stop the
how do you stop
those thoughts as for people who are beginning creatives?
Look, what? But you're looking at the finish line? Like, you know, you're looking at someone who's already, and you're like, oh yeah, I reckon I can do something similar. Or like, you gotta, you know, as much as you can look at your influences, your inspirations, and be like, oh yeah, I want to get there one day. You've got to run your own race. You gotta have tunnel vision and focus on what you got in front of you. You know, just like athletes and stuff like that. You know, they can all hold their heroes up. You know, to in whatever field it is they play in. Like if you're a rugby player, you know, oh, Jonah Lomu was my guy and all that sort of stuff. You can look into all of that, hold them up there. But if you keep looking at the finish line but not focusing on what you want to do, you're never going to get there. And people, you know, and you'll always be drawing that comparison in your mind, and comparison's the, you know,
the devil.
The killer of joy. So yeah, no, keep, like, my advice is just to keep going and don't listen to the comments. Because I've had people pop into my comments and be like, oh, hey, you know, like, you know, start spouting just evil stuff. And I'm just like, look, why are you taking time out of your day to come over here and like check smack towards me? I didn't do anything. And I guess like the biggest thing that I've learned from that is Tox Fale, who was here earlier. Have you know Tox? He's a Tongan wrestler who's also big on TikTok, and he does a lot of inspirational quotes.
Funny ones.
Funny ones, yeah. He told me, because I asked him one time, like, bro, what do you do when all the haters and stuff coming out? He's like, a lot of times you just ask them, oh, is everything okay? You know, and 9 times out of 10 they'll be like, oh man, you know, oh sorry man. So you know, you can turn around, you can pick that you either get offended and you don't create that content anymore, or you could be like, address it, and 9 times out of 10, or most times, it'll come out good, or sometimes they're just trolls. And what do you do with trolls? Who cares? Who cares? You keep doing you. Fafetai tele lava. Ile manuia lo kerisimasi. I'm not even Samoan.
So guys, you heard it here. Anytime a hater hits you up and you're starting to, you know, create content, don't worry about them. Uce Gangs said, don't worry about them.
Don't worry.
And Esau said,
Hung,
reply back, you all good? That's all you gotta do.
No, I did not
Right?
say it. For the record, I did not say, you all good?
It's the same thing. You all good? Are you okay? Or same thing, you know?
No.
So
That's not what it
reply back to them and say, you all good, G?
That's not what it said.
Scraps at the Mangry Town Centre. We'll be right back. Good morning. I'm gonna reply to them one day. All good.
Welcome back, everyone. To your Pacific morning show with Hana and Esau and Uce Gang.
Let's go.
Bing bong. Just a light and breezy question here that I'm sure everyone's kind of been wondering. But you've recently started documenting your own personal health journey online. What prompted or inspired you to make this series?
It came from like me being like depressed
Yeah,
and like self-isolating myself.
yeah,
2022 I was like self-isolating myself where when people would message me, yo, come through,
yeah,
I'd say, oh no, I'm at work or I have work, and I literally wouldn't leave the house.
yeah,
And I told my bro Elijah, I told him I can't make it. I have work, and then he came over to the house,
yeah,
and he knocked on the door, and he saw me there, and I wasn't at work,
yeah,
and then I just I talked to him. I opened up to him, and I even started crying.
yeah,
And when I opened up to him, I told him everything that I felt lonely, depressed, and I was by myself, just isolating myself. And after I told him that, and he told me we're gonna go on a journey to try to lose weight. And then the next day was day one of me trying to lose weight.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Literally the next day.
the next day was the day
Wow.
one. So yeah, it was. That's why I started it. Just because I was tired of, staying at the house. I didn't want to live life on a couch watching TV. I wanted to get out and explore the world for myself, and I can't do that if I can't walk. You know what I mean? Like, can't do that if I'm lazy and I wanted to experience what I was seeing on YouTube, because when I was at home all 2022, I would watch YouTube and seeing other people explore and do stuff just made me want to go out there. But yeah, I think it's like that's what's very important. Just checking up on a bro, because you never know what they're going through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always check up on also, because they might be laughing and smiling, but deep down inside they're sad and depressed, and
Yeah.
that's what's always important. Just check up on your bros. Yeah.
Man, I can relate a lot to that, because I'm kind of, I dropped weight, and this is my first time saying this publicly. I put the weight back on and then some, and I'm in hermit mode right now. Believe it or not, this is me. Yeah, and I'm grateful that I have people that can check in on me, and damn, it sucks. It's terrible to be that and to see life happening around you, but not necessarily to you. And bro, you're young, man. You're 22. I just turned 30. And if I could say to 22 me to myself when I was 22 years old, bro, do it, man. Keep doing it, bro. Don't. Yeah, because you'd want to get to my age and be in a better place. And if I could be the walking advertisement to what not to do, then cool, I'll be that. But that doesn't stop me from having false starts and keep starting. But bro, I'm just, to hear that from you, I'm just like, oh, it's heartbreaking. But at the same time, I'm like, well, you're here now. Don't you stop.
Well, can I just say, bro, it's never too late, you know, it's never too late. You could be 40, 50. You can still do it, man. Like, like, even you're going for your goals, and who knows, maybe one day, me and you can run a marathon together.
Now we're doing it.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
He said it on camera. It's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah.
October, eh?
Yeah, October.
Is there a specific date on October? Or
This is the last Sunday of
the
October.
last Sunday of October?
Yeah.
For the Auckland one. Man, that means I gotta like...
Be accountable now?
Alright then, fine. You got me on camera. I have no choice now. Wait, you got me on camera too for the vlog?
Yep, exactly.
Oh man,
There's no going back on this.
So both the podcast and the vlog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should definitely do an official announcement, guys.
Yeah.
$50,000.
$50,000.
ASB.
Let's
Sponsor
go.
us.
Hey, that'll be a nice marathon. It's a quarter, is it?
Quarter marathon. 11K.
Oh, yep. We can do it. Yeah, I reckon we can do it. It's never too late to go for do a marathon. You know, like back in 2022, I could barely walk to my mailbox. That's how bad I was, in, like out of shape I was in. My knees were killing me, and I'm just blessed that I can, walk now. I can walk far, and if me and you come, do that marathon, man, that would be something where you could say like it's never impossible to do something. Like it's not impossible to chase your dreams of what you think is impossible.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And get your life back.
Yeah, get your life back.
Can I ask a question? Can I be the reporter for your guys' marathon?
Yeah.
Can I? I'd love to run this as a story.
Yeah.
I'm going to certify my opinion because none of them said yes, so.
I mean, hot off the press.
Hot off the press. I am now the reporter for this. But that's going to be me.
Yeah.
That'll be something super cool to work towards. And do you know what I like about you? Is that you're 22 and you can honestly look yourself in the mirror and be real with yourself.
Yeah.
At 22.
Yeah.
If it was me at 22, I'd be like, don't tell me what to do to
Yeah,
myself. Like the ego was high when I was like that. But you're able to clear that fog and just look at it straight and be like, nah, let's get started.
Yeah.
Which is like emotional maturity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your streets ahead.
Yo.
And like in the way you're thinking, bro, and I'm just so incredibly proud of you, bro.
Oh, appreciate you guys.
Yeah, because there's this one specific episode that really got me. That was the week 7 one where I think you just finished doing a couple rounds around the field.
Yeah.
And and you were talking to camera and you're like, man, like I always came last growing up. Like I want to show you guys that, I'm not gonna come last anymore. I want to do this marathon. I'm not gonna come last because everyone would always laugh at me growing up and not pick me and all that sort of stuff. And that hit me, bro. Because I've been big my whole life. And to kind of have everyone just kind of gloss over you makes you feel invisible. And that kind of just buys into that feeling of, if no one picks me or if I always come last and I'm always being laughed at. Then okay, I'll either play into being the funny guy and laugh at myself at the same time, or invisible. And so when I saw that, bro, it just broke my heart, man. And and because I just, yeah, you said that, and like, yeah, I just looked at 8-year-old me, and I was just like, oh, yeah, man. And I just want to like applaud you for, you know, for actually saying that out loud, and also all the little things as well. Like,
Yeah.
you want to see the struggle of what it's like to be a big guy trying to get into a little car? Here you go.
Yeah.
You know, but I gotta ask this: can you drive?
Now I can drive. Yeah.
See, now you can. I still
Yeah.
can't drive.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm still too big to drive.
Yeah.
I haven't driven in probably 4 or 5 years. Yeah. So,
Hey, it's not impossible, man.
yeah, man.
It's never impossible. You can easily drive again.
We can do it. But yeah, man, like, what kind of goes through your mind afterwards, when, especially like post edit, when you're watching yourself be incredibly vulnerable?
Yeah.
You know, like how do you? I'm not gonna ask about your thought process while it's happening, because we obviously see it and you're telling us. But like afterwards, when you watch it, like, or like just before you're posting it, do you feel like a sense of anxiety or panic? Like, man, like, do I really want people to, you know, like, I'm Uce Gang people. I make content for people to laugh.
Yeah.
You know, like, how do you feel?
Oh, I used to think like what would people think if I said this or did that?
Yeah.
Even on my skits, my comedy skits, I'd always try and like, I think like I would just shoot above the waist,
Yeah.
then show the stomach,
Yeah.
or I'll if I did TikToks, I'll do it like up close,
Yeah.
then show the double chin,
Yeah.
but then like, you know, you gotta show your real self, like, and try to be more open and vulnerable and be real about what I'm going through.
Yeah.
Because you can't hide it.
Yeah.
Like if you hide it, it's like it's not the real you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Online. So I try to be as real, like online now, and be vulnerable, and hoping that someone sees it and they themselves can notice, you know, oh, I'm going through that, so maybe I can, you know, try to do something about it, and that's the goal, just to inspire people and hope that they can be real and open, because it's a struggle that a lot of you know, our own people go through, and just be good to inspire people. I'm still going on my journey right now, so I'm still going through it. So talk is cheap, you know. I can say, oh, I'm gonna get there, but like, yeah, I still gotta get there, and I know I'm gonna get there. So yeah.
And I like that you are vulnerable.
Yeah.
I think we need to enforce the idea that vulnerability is a strength.
Yeah.
Because, you know, everyone's always scared to share the insecurities. And I get why. Like, you can get mad backlash from that stuff, from being vulnerable. But you actually benefit so much more by being yourself.
Yeah.
And, like, living proof is your content. Like, it's growing and you're just still being yourself, you know, sharing the struggles and things you have to go through.
Yeah.
Have you had many people, like, comment badly or not really?
Yeah. I've had people comment badly. It will always wreck my mood, and like it'll make me feel like sad or angry, and then I just try now. I don't go to the comments at all. But if I do go comments, I'll only stick on like the first 3 comments.
Yeah.
And then just like, and then leave, and I just try to ignore it. Just for my own, you know, mine, and like, because I know if I see one bad comment, it's gonna it's just gonna ruin my mood, and so I try to avoid the comments now. But yeah, that's what I do when I see bad comments. Yeah, just try to avoid it.
Man. Yeah, because it's tough, because you really want to interact with people, eh?
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, these people feel inspired enough to drop like a comment, but at the same time, it's like, do I want to risk
Yeah.
seeing something that could kill my mood?
Yeah.
And I like that you just like, oh, I'll read a couple. Because I've seen that. You know,
Yeah.
I've seen that pop up, especially when, you know, which is part of the big reason why I'm terrified to post that I'm starting again from day one.
Yeah.
You know? But now I'm sitting here and I'm like, maybe I should. I should just rip the band-aid off and just, you know, sometimes you gotta rip the band-aid off and let the cut scab up, you know, instead of trying to, oh man. Anyway, stop making this about me.
I don't want to force you into announcing.
I feel
that
like
again.
you're forcing.
But
I
you've
feel like
already
a lot
done
of
it.
stuff is like coming out right now. I'm like, hey man, we're supposed to be here talking to Uce Gang here about all the amazing stuff he's doing. Bro, just thinking back, who are some dream like collaborators and stuff that you would like to? And this is like not just like with your weight loss stuff, but like if you could like have a dream collaboration with like an actor or directors.
Yo.
Probably be like Jordan Peele or like
Damn.
Wow,
or
man.
like Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's some directors I like. Even Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
I love his movies.
Love it.
He's on his last movie now.
Yeah.
That made me cry, man.
What's his last movie?
Oh, I forgot what it's called.
I think it's about a movie critic.
Yeah.
Something about a movie critic. I seen
Which is so Tarantino.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's only doing his 10, and I think he's just gonna slide into like producing and writing.
Yeah.
That'll be a dream. That's my dream too, to collab with Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
His films are just like, what the hell just happened here?
Very meta.
Yeah.
As well. If you don't know film and you're watching it and you're just like, oh, he's so original. But he's just like, nah. If filmmaking were, you know, if any filmmaker could be classified as a DJ, you know, knowing like for making remixing film, Quentin Tarantino's my guy.
Plus the music.
Yeah.
Love the music.
The music is it's I love how he makes his movies with I think he said on the interview he makes his movies with the music in mind.
Yeah.
And he literally picks a song for a character.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, but that's shooting to edit, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you guys come across that way. Like, you know, you got to shoot to edit, and if you've already got that final scene in your mind, that means you're wasting less time getting unnecessary shots.
Yeah.
All right. I need to ask a question because we all like Quentin Tarantino. Favorite movie?
Of Quentin. For a movie, it's a hard one.
Barbecue.
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs. Also like Pulp Fiction.
Good. Classic.
Yeah,
good
classics,
one. Yo, what about you?
Inglourious Bastards.
Ooh.
That movie is like Hans Landa.
Yeah.
Is like, I would say he ranks like in terms of movie villains.
He's so good at the role, eh? Yeah.
Like, what is it? I remember there was like, I seen this list back when I was in like high school of like, they ranked all the greatest film villains of all time, and Darth Vader was on top. Nah, bro, if anyone could take over that spot, Hans Landa.
For sure.
Yeah. Because he was just so good, and he's a real like chameleon with how he like, you know, he code switches. He's like, oh, I want to go from French to English to German to Italian.
Yeah.
And hearing how, sorry not to make this, but hearing about how like the whole production of the film was pending on whether Quentin could find the right Hans.
Yes. Yeah, and he's very loyal with his cast, like the team that he has on, eh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Nah, that's a really good one. Inglourious Basterds.
What's your Tarantino?
My favorite too, Hateful Eight,
Oh,
and From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh man.
I love horror movies. Well, that's what I mean. Do you know what I mean? Like a horror, like it's not horror. It's like the first 3/4 of it is like a normal family movie, or like them taking in at the end, it just like full on everyone turns into vampires. Great film, and it's like what the hell's going on? But I love those kind of films where it's just like what the hell. But yeah, shout out to Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah,
you're awesome.
I tried to get my dad to watch the Hateful Eight.
Yeah,
and like for like the first hour, he was like, "What the What?
Yeah.
They're just talking."
I really like corny commentary like that.
Yeah.
And it takes me back to like the what's his name? The guy that made The Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Nigel Vangana.
No, it's not.
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood.
Oh yeah.
Like it's
Clint
very
Eastwood.
focused on the commentary and what the next person's gonna say, like intensity.
Yeah.
But shout out to Nigel. Whoever that is.
Hey man, he's Nigel Vangana from the Warriors.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Yeah, get that with OPP. Yeah, you know me.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like this is just gonna talk into film buffs because
I feel like this whole episode could have been a film episode. It would have been
like,
me.
do you know how good Christopher Nolan movies are?
Yeah,
Oh
he's
wow,
good.
he's a good director.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Oppenheimer to come out.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show?
Yeah.
My favorite TV show right now, it's
Any all time.
All time. Oh.
It's How I Met Your Mother all time, because they wrote a pretty much bulletproof TV program. Even though the last 3 seasons are kind of dragged on and they could have told the whole story in 5, but they wrote a bulletproof story backwards to front, and they shot it like, I remember just trying to find, it's How I Met Your Mother or Community.
Yeah.
But right now it's Mandalorian is. I can't get enough of Grogu.
Yo, what about yours?
Breaking Bad.
Oh,
you guys seen that?
that's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like a drama. You see a good guy turn bad, but like it starts with like him looking like an actual good guy, like glasses, he has hair, mustache, and he's like a normal dad.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he's like a full-on kingpin, you know. And that's why I like that show. Yeah, great ending. Yeah.
And you know what I liked about it as well? I got hooked onto Breaking Bad straight away. Was the fact that they used Malcolm in the Middle's dad. Yeah. And in my head, like I was like, I love Malcolm in the Middle. Actually, that might be one of my favorite TV shows is Malcolm in the Middle and SpongeBob. But it's the fact that they used the dad.
Yeah.
Because I could never get it out of my head. He's not gonna be bad.
Yeah, he's not gonna be bad.
Bro, he was actually a perfect character.
I am the one who knocks.
Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, no, that's a mean one.
Did you ever hear about the theory that that Breaking Bad is a prequel to Malcolm in the Middle?
That would be a great prequel.
They theorized that Heisenberg went into hiding and like this is his second family.
Yeah.
Like that was the theory there. And I was just like, hey, you fans were a bit too much. MMT, baby. What's your favorite TV program before we...
Literally what I said before.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. I can watch SpongeBob until I fall asleep.
Oh.
Right now, I like Rick and Morty. Love Rick and Morty. Great TV show. What was the other one that I mentioned before? Oh, actually, Malcolm in the Middle and Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh.
Everybody Loves Raymond is cracker.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Yeah. But those are my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, seeing as we're being told by Ryan to hurry up and finish,
She's like holding 25 minutes. Hurry the hell up.
Do you have any like final words you'd like to let people know? See, it is your first podcast.
Can you come back so we can just talk strictly film and writing and stuff?
I'd love
down, yeah.
Yo, let's do it. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I'd say just start. Just with whatever you have. If it's an iPhone or Android, just use what you have and just start. Whatever you want to do, just do it. And like it could be any passion. You can just start by doing it with like the simple things like a phone or and that's all. Yeah, just start. Yeah.
Just start. I love that.
Yeah, and seeing as it is a Monday, just start your week off right.
Hey.
Good morning, everyone.
Let's
Good
go.
morning.
See.